Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Great comments. Great stuff are coming. We're also going to see some changes. Changes happen 24/7. The moon moves, planets are move, different alignments, different effects over the different people. Okay. One thing that we have in a common is the field that we are living in. And that's what this report is about in there. And we are going through these processes together, okay, with learning and the energies going into the new periods, new shifts. The moon today is going to be moving into Leo. We are going to be waking up with that moon in Leo. That is going to be oppositions of Pluto. It's going to be a squaring of Lilith. Is going to be about within the shadow. You're going to be finding a lot of things basically doesn't work. In a way, this is the house of the ego, of the self, of development, of creations, of something that you want to do in there. This is the house of the children as well, that Leo's energies. Okay. So, as we are going to be going on through these processes today, you are about not to put yourself down like what the others has to do for you. You're about to discovering what is not created, what is not working, where is the problems are. And now this is kind of like the intuition is going into the self house, coming out of her own and going into her the sun house. And it's like, okay, well, this is what is not in order. That is not in order. This is not being created. That is not being created. What can I do to create it? Okay, so with this having it in mind, don't stressing yourself out, but seeking how to maintain and how to make the balance out of it. Okay. Um, at 7 o'clock, Pluto is going to be a very on the top, and we see that the midheaven still at Capricorn. Things about jobs in there. We're seeing it a lot of that going on in into the world. A lot of changes has been lately. It's coming out, but it is about how you're gonna be taking the changes because you don't have control over certain things. You have only control of you, how you going to take the things that's happening. So, looking at within that energy is the ascendant is going to be a Taurus. That's going to be a squaring of the moon. Basically, you're going to be seeing it in the morning. What's the moon? It's already been seeing it. Like an ability, a capability to create something that needs to be created. And when the moon it's moving into Leo, it is about more about the intuition to go in there and see what is the reasons that you didn't create it from within yourself? What is the reasons that you didn't study things? What is the things that you didn't look at it within yourself? And now this particular energy, the way it is, we are going to be seeing it today, pretty much through the all of the day. All right. So the next hour, things is going to be much better. We seen these transformations. We know about these energies from last night. If you went to bed, and you decide what kind of choices you are going to make. In there, you see how this feels. If you choose to stay, not to change, you still like you're gonna fight. You're gonna be fighting for things that you should not fight in the first place. But anyway, those are gonna be the things that's gonna be looking into this Scorpio's shadow. A lot of emotions, a lot of depth that it's gonna be digging in from within. But as this process is coming, who is the ruler in there? We see on the ascendant, Uranus is going to come out the ascendant. Midheaven is together with Pluto, so between 8 and 8:30, we are going to have a massive amount of energy that it's going to be kind of like a piled it up. So you see the negativity, and it's like I will just you see something that is not working. I can create it. And I see something can if I need it, I will buy it. But if something is not made from within you, can you be able to see what you need to create from within? Can you create by reading a book, can go in meditations, or go deeply within the truth within yourself? Because this is going to be a lot of resistance about this. All right, that resistance is gonna be coming out as a Mars right now. It's squaring the sun. This is basically the authorities putting out some pressure in there within yourself. That stubbornness, I don't want to change. And the moon is right now, well, like it cannot, you're supposed to change. This is gonna be this energies of this trines between Mars and the moon towards Venus, Mercury, and the North Node. Venus and Saturn, they're basically beginning to merge. They're going to be traveling together for a while. You're going to see it that Venus is going to be passing over, but then they're going to be moving together. And with these energies, particularly, it's going to be this learnings learnings on the subconscious patterns. Okay, they are becoming what conscious. So that shift from Pisces into Aries is gonna take us from this journey of what we knew subconsciously. It's actually has been the reality. We just never look at it that way. We wanted the reality to be out of our ego. And now the moon is finding this out. And it's like, oh, well, this is crap, that is crap. And gotta be very careful. What do you telling your own self? All right. Later on at 10 o'clock, the midheaven's gonna be within Aries. So we're seeing this energies about the North Node. Ascendant is gonna be at Cancer, family oriented. That is what happens is when you're going at work and all of a sudden you start thinking about what? The family. You gotta be learning how to be a present of the current time, the current moment. Cannot be at work thinking about family because when you go back at the family, you already know kind of like what you need to do. But guess what you do at the family? You're thinking about the other side. It's about the work, and that is this Cancer, Capricorn's energies. Okay, so you're bringing it to your work at home, you're missing the family environment. You're bringing your family at the working environment, then you're missing the work. And this is one of the things that has to be really, really balanced. And you're going to be finding what? A new resolutions. But these new resolutions, if you don't have it within you, you have to what? Create them. All right, on the next hour, we have at 11 o'clock, Midheaven is going to be at Pisces is going to be very close into Saturn. We're going to be focused on that Piscean Saturn work. Things is going to be revealed, revelations, deja vus, in there all of a sudden aha moments. And this is about coming up to the ideas. You kind of like putting up a plan, okay? But that plan has what? It's require emotions, a lot of water. Midheaven, it is at Pisces. The ascendant is at Cancer. And it's like, get the space back within emotions. How do you feel? Is it feeling good? Is it feeling right? It is something missing. If it's missing, why is it missing? If it's, I can have it by this way, I can have it. If not, I have to what? Roll up my sleeves. And that's what the rolling of the sleeves is going to be starting feeling like. Because at 12 o'clock, we're having at the midheaven with the North Node, very beautiful trines with Mars. I'm talking about the masculine energies doing their vulnerability work and being a protector. But Mars right now, it is seen that there's something within the shadow is not quite right. And here it's this emotions, this squaring of the end of water sign with something that it's very at the beginning of the water sign. This is about not the pleasurable emotions. And some of you maybe have this experience in there of these emotions that, oh, it's the darkness, or it's this, or it's that. It's about you. When you see the darkness, to understand the darkness, why? So you can send the darkness to the light, or you to be the light that shines into the darkness. One way or another, it is what it is. And that's what Mars says. One way or another, I'm gonna get you, get you, get you. You guys know the rest of the song. All right, 1 o'clock, the time where this is the authority time with the sun, with Kevin. It's very close to the sun. The sun is currently squaring Mars. A lot of pressures within the internal warrior. It's kind of like I gotta stick into it. It's gotta be my way. But you're not gonna grow that way. You're not gonna grow that way. The only growth is in there is to understand that energies within Jupiter. That is it where you grow. How to communicate, how to talk when it's not comfortable, when it's not pleasurable, when is your communications is deep back in Pisces. Your communications, your proper communication has not been born yet. They're still in the dead. Your new way of love, it's still in the Pisces. She's learning how to emerge from these energies. And we're going to see that emerging when both Mercury and Venus is going to be coming back into Aries. But when that happens in there, are you going to be ready? All right, 2 o'clock. We're seeing it that midheaven it's gonna be at Taurus opposing Lilith square, I think, the Moon and Pluto, and this is about the lack of what transformations. Okay, that lack of transformations, those energy of what and how and what do we need to and where we need to turn into this is going to begin to be having a lot of what a lot of duality. Okay, you're going to be putting of should I use the energies of Taurus, should I use the energies of Aquarius, should I use the Leo's energies, should I use the Scorpio's energies? But you're going to be feel like what you had this 100 million tons stone mountain that cannot be moved. Oh, it can be moved. A little bit of magma here and there, a little bit of fire, and for one little bit of shake of the ground, and here you go, the mountain can be moved. But a person who says, I cannot be moved, I cannot be moved, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, so they're confirming that you cannot move it. And you're a person, you're an energy, you're an emotions. When you tell yourself that I can change this, I can look at it to this, I can go more deeply, why the things doesn't work, or why the things doesn't come up, then you see your moments within your self of what you need to change. Okay? By seeing it, how can I be changed? It maybe sounds like contradiction. It's not a contradiction. It is just the way the universe shows you the both sides. And you have to choose what to evolve. All right, that evolution is going to be coming up. We're seeing it that the ascendant at the end of the Leo, we're going to be seeing it that energies tomorrow as the moon is going to be transiting there. This is going to be that divine energies of pointing out towards. But on the one side, we're going to have the shadow. On the other side, we're going to have the intuition that finally figured out what is the areas of concern of the inner work that it needs to be done with that kind of like energies in there, you're gonna be okay. I see. I got a problem. I got a situations. I got a issues. But let me see what I can do about it. It's not like you are going out and you're all angry that this doesn't work, that doesn't work, and so on and so on. You're gonna have that moments, okay? But catching at those moments, and a change is going to be improving you. All right, in the next hour, we're gonna have a mid-cabin at Gemini is about the socializing. Usually, this is gonna be the time, like, you know what, I need to talk to this person or that person. It is that so much is going on. I don't know what's going on, but I think that this person knows more about it. Okay, don't forget about it. Third house, communications, third year. This is what you learned at the daycare how to socialize. And when you see certain people don't want to communicate with you, you're beginning to wonder why. Okay, why did they pull it off away? Why did they don't like to play with you on the sand? You're beginning to ask, is my fault or their fault? Okay, it's nobody's fault. It's basically a learning curve. All right. Later on at 5 o'clock, we're seeing it that Midheaven's going to be at Jupiter. A lot of growth within the authority as what the ascendant at Virgo that it's organizing. It says like it's time for you to look at that place that you are escaping, which is what? The divine work. Okay. Healing that divine work within you. When you fix the things within your spirit, you fix it within your soul, the soul fix it within your mind fix it within the emotions fix it within your body. That's how it works. Okay? Who can teach you that? The hospital, the physical hospital, right? There you go. You put yourself there, and that is Virgo. Okay, from Aries all the way into Virgo, including you're working on your personality. Put your personal things first. From Libra, though, to Pisces, you're here, you're working with energies. Those energies, they have to be working out with what? Together with others. Okay? They're not about you. And this is when those mixed up energies happening. Oh, I'm thinking about myself, or I'm thinking too much with others without having a balance. They don't what? They don't help out. And there is nothing to grow with this. Because if nothing goes on, you have these internal fights and you don't take what actions. And Jupiter, that's what is wants to teaching us. All right, the next hour. Midheaven is going to be at Cancer. That is going to be at 6 p.m. Ascendant is with the South Node. Typical trigger, past. Okay. But that past at some point is going to be like, you know what? I'm working different way. I'm working with the intuition. I'm working with the honor. I'm working it with Uranus. I'm working at these positive moments of those changes because right now I know that by making it those changes, they're going to be leading me to another changes. And then they're going to lead me to another changes. It's all about you to learn to be aware of the changes, where they are leading you to. Okay, because there is always two places. You can choose to go down and do nothing, can you sit down and it's like being this victim mentality, or you can choose to go ahead and rise up with those kind of like energies and go do the right things. And then you're gonna discover the powers within your spirit. All right, talking about the spirit, you're gonna be tested on that spirit, of course. Where is the spirit is tested in the family? Do you have family members that you don't want to talk about it? And it's very uncomfortable to talk about certain things. Do you have family members that you are really basically like, I don't even want to see them near, and I don't even want to talk. Why are you doing that? What is the purpose? Why you are a runner? You're gonna be saying, oh well, they are. Always first look where with you. Okay? And be the one who has to be breaking those kind of like cycles. If the connection has to be break, it's gonna be break. If the connection doesn't have to be, it's not going to have to be. But you have to understand about the connections, and that's not gonna change until you don't fix it. Who's gonna fix it? That's gonna be a Mars. Mars right now, it is fixing those patterns. Mars is finding this strength. Is like, you know what? I know that right now you're going through a tough time, dear Venus, but I'm here. I'm working. I'm doing the right things, and I'm waiting for you to get ready. You're gonna be seeing it. You're gonna be coming out during what? Aquarius seasons. You're gonna have a great pile up in there. It's gonna be some very great pile up during the Aquarius season. But right now it's not Aquarius season. Now, right now is what? Aries season. Okay? We have about 10 months ahead of us to pre-set the right things for those energies to merge. In order you to understand what you need to merge, you have to understand in what prevents you from that merge within yourself. All right, the next hour, the midheaven is going to be passing by the moon, is going to be trigger all these oppositions with Pluto and T-squaring of Lilith. You're going to see this shadow. You're going to be going right now. You're looking into the shadow work. It's 9 o'clock. You're going to be beginning to ask yourself, is that was the right thing that I did today? That was the right situations that I did. Is that the right things? How you going to be? What is going to be? And then you're looking at your intuition. Your intuition is like, I don't know, certain things I don't feel, I don't want to change, I don't get it. And the midheaven comes in, it says like, wait a little bit later on, things is gonna be falling in its place. Don't take that too much proactive anger actions towards within you. Learn patience. For those who's gonna learn the patience, they're gonna figure out in the next hour. This is this yacht pointed out in there. You knew that the energies is coming to you. You knew you're gonna have to work with these energies. Just don't go against Uranus. Currently, he's the one who holding the center of the scale. Okay, if you put picture at Uranus right here, he is sextiling Mars, and he's sextiling the North Node, Mercury, Saturn, all Venus conjunctions there. It's just all this piled up, and now it has to be made. Okay, that balance, and who's gonna have to make the balance? You. And that's going to be kind of like a guidelines for tomorrow, how to be this wise person, because the moon is going to be seeking for what? The moon is represents these feminine energies of within you as a character, that you see the problems, you don't talk about the problems, you feel the stagnant energies, and the intuition is like, you need to go to the library, you need to read, you need to go to this person, you need to understand, you need to go seek from within first to understand the processes. And this is why the females sometimes, when they ask so many questions to the masculine, they're basically seeking information. But once they have the information, they're gonna come up with what? Solution. And this is why is that misunderstanding of the people who look at it in there of their egoistic point, and they're like, oh, I want this, I want that, and so on. And the intuition is like, there is nothing about me, they don't love me, and it's not about this, and so on. Typical Leo situations, attention seekers, anybody, okay? But if you look at it in the proper ways, the energies, now you're not going to listen that intuitions that it's there. You're going to be seeing it, the energy that is coming towards you, and you're going to be much more wise. And tomorrow is going to be like, it's better to do something else tomorrow. You're going to be seeing it. Tomorrow we are going to have some a very good energies, because that energy, as the moon, it's going to be here. We're going to be seeing these divine energies. Okay, but right now you don't see it. Just because you don't see it, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And that is what you need to have, what? Strong hope and belief and trust within yourself. All right. All right. And it's the 11 o'clock. We have the midheaven. It's going to be at Virgo. Things are not organized. Yes. Who fault is not organized? The self. That's it. The inner work is going to be looking to the oneself, and It's gonna be like, have you done this? No. Have you done that? No. Have you done? And how you gonna feel when people tell you you're not done? You feel like certain things are not so organized. And it's the same thing as the patient goes to the nurse and it says like, well, nurse, I'm hurting here, I'm hurting here, I'm hurting here. It's like, okay, I did everything that I need to do. There is anything else you forgot to do? Oh, you forgot to take your pills. I brought your pills. You're supposed to drink it. Ouch. Ouch. You see, this is what sometimes we are forgetting the real purpose of the things that are here. And this is what it's kind of like a blindfolding us because we have more desires from within us. And we think that we understand our intuition, where we understand what our ego, our egoistic self that operates from the lower self. While the intuition, it is about to find out about what? The higher self, where you are, where you've been, and where are you going. Okay. So you're gonna have some ideas, you're gonna be things that it's gonna be coming in towards you, but open up, open up yourself, listen to things, and things is gonna happen for you if you do the work. If you put the seeds on the ground, if you water it, if you care for it, it's gonna be some fruits. Okay. And now it's a seasoning time. You to put the seeds in the ground. Okay, put the seeds within you, about you, from within yourself. And this is how you're going to be learning to develop. And that is going to be the sun when it starts meeting who? Chiron. All right, guys. But we are going to be talking more about this in the next few days. All right. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. And I will come back tomorrow. Hi, Laureen. I'm glad to have you here. And High Food Tasty was great comments. Appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, you may ask now. But if not, let's call off the day and we're going to be seeing each other tomorrow. And we're going to be going to the charts more and more. Glad to see you here. Here is some sharing some cosmic life. Good luck, guys.